Welcome to this special episode on Reverse Reset Restore, which is dedicated to Nutrition and Hydration Week. I'm Sally, and in this episode, we'll delve into the crucial role that nutrition and hydration play in promoting overall health and well-being. From the importance of a balanced nutrient intake and mindful eating to the benefits of proper hydration and meal prep, we'll explore 7 practical strategies to optimize your nutrition and hydration habits. Let's be good to our bodies. Change comes from within. What does nutrition look like to you? If you are a human person, particularly a woman, you've already got about 1,000 different things swirling around in your head. Julia Roberts' character Anna Scott says in Notting Hill, "I've been on a diet every day since I was 19, which basically means I've been hungry for a decade." I suspect most of us can relate to Anna Scott. We live in a world that tells us every day, all day long, what we are getting wrong. We pivot to one type of eating because that food is a superfood, only to be told the next day it's something else. If we don't look a certain way, aka body perfect, whatever that means, then we punish ourselves even further, trying to fit the narrative of what makes us beautiful. Here's the thing, my love. We already are beautiful. The idea that a scale defines us or what another person's opinion may be about us is how we gauge our worth is a fallacy. We've brought into the lie that copious amounts of exercise is the only way forward to health. And that's meant that we've often punished our bodies instead of nurturing it. I don't know about you, but if you look at how punishment or reward systems are generally very restrictive and even toxic, one can't help but wonder, surely there are better, kinder ways to work with our bodies instead of seemingly against them. This week invites us to reflect on our eating and our drinking habits, emphasizing the profound impact that food and drinking have on our health, our energy levels, our body, obviously, and our cognitive abilities and even our vitality. We'll cover each topic in the Reverse Reset Restore blog, which will also include some ways that you can implement each strategy. So click on the link in the show notes to read the blog. Right now, let's take a look at each strategy. Number 1, form a hydration habit. Leonardo da Vinci said, "Water is the driving force of all nature." And this is coming from someone who lived over 500 years ago, y'all, and didn't have all the advantages we do today. But our ancestors all knew that water equals life. Without water, we perish. Out of the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health comes this: water is crucial to our survival. It carries nutrients to cells, helps with digestion, flushes out toxins, helps prevent headache and fatigue, and can even aid in weight loss or maintenance. So we can all agree with the statement that water is essential, and not just for us, but to all life on the planet, whether they're plants, animals, or even soil. If we're not properly hydrated, it can have detrimental impacts across all areas of our life, from dry skin and hair and nail health to urinary tract infections or muscle cramps. Sonia Tekle says, "Hydration is the key to success. Drink water. Your skin, your hair, your mind, and your body will thank you." Don't underestimate the importance of adequate water intake. The National Institute of Health says proper hydration is critical for maintaining energy levels and supporting cognitive function. Dehydration can impair short-term memory, focus, and decision-making abilities. And if you're not a fan of water, you can learn to be. Honestly, you can. Learn to love water because it wants to love you back. And it will be one of the greatest gifts that you can give yourself. If you struggle to get more water in your day, here are a few quick tips. Start your day with a glass of water. Carry a reusable water bottle. Set reminders to drink water throughout the day to ensure that you stay well hydrated. Experiment with infused water or herbal teas for added flavor, or make sparkling water for a little extra zing or to make things a bit more palatable. If you drink a lot of other types of liquid and little to no water, yes, you are hydrating, but you are not getting the best benefits that come from drinking water on its own. We are designed to drink water, and since our bodies are made up of about 70% water, it's clear that water is important for our optimal health and function. It's also beneficial if you are looking to reduce weight. As the Obesity Society points out, research has shown that drinking water before meals can result in consuming fewer calories, leading to weight loss or maintenance. Number 2, the colourful plate approach. Red and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange and blue. Rainbows are one of those magical images in nature. Absolutely beautiful to see. I don't know how many times I've pulled over the car to appreciate one. They are beautiful to behold. But did you know they're just as important to eat? Dr. Michael Greger, author of How Not to Die, emphasizes the importance of eating a rainbow of colors, stating each color family of fruits and vegetables represents different classes of beneficial phytonutrient compounds that function as antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, and anti-cancer agents. Maybe the analogy of the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow is really how having a colorful and diverse plate results in a healthy life. As Gandhi reminds us, it is health that is real wealth, and not pieces of gold and silver. Research consistently emphasizes the health benefits of consuming a wide variety of fruits and vegetables, each with its unique set of nutrients and antioxidants. Dr. David Heber, founding director of the UCLA Center for Human Nutrition, highlights the importance of colorful foods, stating, "The colors of fruits and vegetables are a clue to the important phytochemicals they contain. Phytochemicals are natural compounds found in plants that have been linked to various health benefits, including reducing the risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, cancer, and diabetes." A study published in the Journal of the American Dietetic Association found that individuals who consumed a greater variety of fruits and vegetables had a lower risk of chronic diseases. The researchers concluded that the diverse array of nutrients and phytochemicals found in colorful produce may contribute to these protective effects. In addition to providing essential vitamins and minerals, colorful fruits and vegetables were also rich in dietary fiber, which promotes digestive health and helps maintain a healthy weight. Dr. Joel Fuhrman, author of Eat to Live, underscores the importance of fiber-rich foods, stating, "Eating a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables ensures an adequate intake of fiber, which is essential for optimal digestion and overall health. Implementing the colorful plate approach is simple and enjoyable. By incorporating a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables into your meals, you not only enhance the nutritional value of your diet, but also create visually appealing dishes. Remember the expression, eat with your eyes? This basically implies that what we see has a great deal with what we eat. We've all been served up a less than visually tantalizing dish that makes it almost inedible. Conversely, Instagram lives for this visual feast. Our feeds are full of our delicious obsession to capture what's on our plate, even if the food gets cold while we find the perfect angle for our perfect Insta-worthy snack. I'm 100% guilty of this. If you were to look on my camera reel right now, you would get a mixture of a huge amount of food, clouds, water, plants, buildings, art, quotes, and maybe a few pictures of myself and my partner. But so many food photos. So don't discount how what we see is the first step in our dinner plans. Just thinking about it right now, if I am looking at a menu, maybe even on Uber Eats or DoorDash or whatever, and some foods are shown on the menu and some are not, 9 times out of 10, I think I will probably choose what I can see over what I can't, unless they have a really enticing description of the dish. because we eat with our eyes. Experiment with different combinations of produce. Explore farmers markets for seasonal offerings. Get creative in the kitchen with colourful recipes that celebrate the abundance of nature's palette. Remember, the more colours you eat, the more nutrients you're consuming, and the better you nourish your body for optimal health and vitality. Number 3, mindful eating. Research underscores the numerous benefits of practicing mindful eating, emphasizing its role in fostering a healthier relationship with food and promoting overall well-being. Dr. Jan Chozenbay's, author of Mindful Eating, highlights the transformative power of eating your food more mindfully, stating, "Mindful eating is a way of relearning the natural signals that tell us when to begin and when to stop eating." Now, this reconnection with our body's innate wisdom can lead to a more balanced eating habit and greater satisfaction with your meals. Studies have also shown that mindful eating can help prevent overeating and promote weight management. A review published in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition Dietitians found that individuals who practiced mindful eating techniques, such as paying attention to your hunger and your fullness cues, reported reduced calorie intake and improved eating behaviors. Dr. Susan Albers, author of Eat, Drink, and Be Mindful, emphasizes the effectiveness of mindful eating for weight management, stating, "Mindful eating helps people distinguish between emotional and physical hunger, leading to more balanced eating patterns." You know how I'm always talking about eating my feelings. This is where you learn to actually understand when you really truly are hungry and needing something to nourish your body and sustain it, or whether you're eating out of boredom or anger or being upset and sad, all of those sort of things that can come into play. Besides learning to know when your body is full or if it's genuinely hungry, mindful eating has also been linked to improved digestion and nutrient absorption. By slowing down and savoring each bite, you can enhance your awareness of the flavors of the food, textures of your food, which can lead to a greater sense of satisfaction with your meals. Dr. John Kabat-Zinn, the founder of the mindfulness-based stress reduction program, emphasizes the importance of mindful eating for digestive health. He says, when we pay attention to our food, our bodies can better digest and assimilate the nutrients, leading to improved overall health. Implementing mindful eating practices is simple and can be incorporated into daily life with mindfulness and intention. Start by eating without distractions, such as removing your television or electronic devices. Focus solely on the sensory experience of eating. Chew slowly and thoroughly, and taking breaks between bites to tune into your body's hunger and fullness cues. Be present with your food, appreciating its flavors, its textures, its nourishing qualities. My personal favorite technique is one I picked up from Sarah Jenks many years ago. She encourages you to put your utensils down between bites. Most of us can sit there, plate on the table or on our lap if you are like me and don't have a table, and you've got your fork or your spoon and it remains in your hands the whole time while you're chewing your food. By putting it down, it helps you focus on what you've already got in your mouth before loading up the next mouthful. This makes eating feel much more intentional and enjoyable, rather than racing through the meal. And then another tip that I picked up on with Sarah was the one that I mentioned earlier about focusing on your meal without filling the time up with other things. So this is another habit that I need to start implementing back into my own life, because I have become a bit of a watch TV while I eat or be on my computer or phone while I'm eating. And it really does feel like you're making space for your food to be eaten almost as a ritual, and not just this has to be done. So as Sarah says, I always take time to eat slowly without a book, cell phone, email, or TV. Food tastes too good to be distracted. You become more conscious of the flavors and the textures of your food when you're actually present with it. It also allows your body to have time to signal if it is full or if you need to eat more, meaning that you'll decrease any overeating or overstuffing yourself. That's better for your mind and for your body and probably for your wallet as well. I have found that this has also really helped me change the relationship I have with food, learning to see it as Hippocrates put it, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. Number 4, balanced nutrient intake. Balancing nutrient intake is crucial for optimal health and being, and research suggests that incorporating a mix of macronutrients and micronutrients is essential for achieving this balance. A study published in the journal Nutrients highlights the importance of balanced micronutrient intake, stating that a balanced diet containing an appropriate ratio of macronutrients is essential for maintaining optimal health. Similar research that was published in the journal Nutritional Neuroscience emphasizes the significance of micronutrients for cognitive function and mental health, stating that micronutrient deficiencies have been linked to impaired cognitive function and increased risk of mental health disorders. Kind of like you are what you eat. And this is a little reminder that our very next episode is all about our second brain, which is the gut. So be sure to click like or subscribe so that you capture that next episode as well if these are the things that are interesting to you. So low carb and ketogenic diets have gained popularity in recent years. They've got a lot of potential health benefits, particularly if you're someone like me who has insulin resistance, a metabolic disorder like type 2 diabetes. I highly recommend checking out Dr. Jason Fung, who is one of the most prominent experts in fasting and understanding metabolic disorders better than almost anyone else on the planet, I think. Research published in the journal Obesity Reviews suggests that low-carb diets can lead to improvements in glycemic control, weight loss, and cardiovascular health. And ketogenic diets have been shown to have therapeutic effects for conditions such as epilepsy, neurodegenerative diseases, and certain types of cancer. Implementing a balanced approach to nutrient intake involves incorporating a variety of foods that provide essential nutrients while aligning with your individual dietary preferences and your health goals. So for me, I'm going to say including a mix of carbohydrates and proteins and healthy fats in meals ensures a broad spectrum of nutrients. But in saying that, I know as a type 2 diabetic that carbs are basically the enemy to me and to my body. They don't do good things for me, so I avoid carbs where I can. And when I don't, I immediately know about it because it impacts my body. If you don't have a metabolic disorder, you can handle carbs. That's probably something that's not going to be a problem for you. Eating pasta and rice and lentils and all of those things that are delicious aren't going to have the same impact on your body as they would on mine. So it's essential to listen to your body and adjust your dietary approach based on your individual needs and your preferences. Consulting with a healthcare professional or a registered dietitian that can provide personalized guidance and support for achieving balanced nutrient intake could be really invaluable for you. In my own experience and my own opinion, it's important to advocate for your own health and your body's response. After all, you are the one that's living in it. What may work well for some people, like a vegan diet, may not be right for you. Due to my diabetes, as I mentioned, I know that a vegan diet is pretty much higher in carbs. It's not going to work well for me because of my metabolic disorder. I could not willingly, and even if I wanted to go full vegan, I think I would really struggle because if I can't have the carbs because of my diabetes, the idea of just living sadly on some leafy greens alone would probably be a pretty miserable experience. So, what I've chosen to do for myself is treat myself as an experiment. Test the foods that hurt me or help me. And for me personally, a ketogenic diet has proven to be the best way to eat with some fasting thrown in. In the last few years, though, especially with COVID, I haven't been very all or nothing about my ketogenic eating. So I do eat carby food from time to time, and I usually live to regret it. It comes out in the space of overheating me, raising my blood sugars atrociously, giving me massive headaches and migraines, inflammation, neck pain, hip pain. Every pain becomes much more apparent when I eat carbs. So that for me is a big clue that those types of food hurt my body. Treat yourself as a science experiment. Look at the foods you're eating. See if they are a problem or a solution. And then think about how much healing you want is really in your hands. You get to choose what you eat. You're not a baby. You're not a little kid that's reliant on mum and dad providing food for you. You choose what you put in your mouth. You choose what you put on your plate. And so part of that choice is dealing with the consequences. And I'm speaking to myself here because I get myself in a habit of eating food I know is going to hurt me. Number 5, meal preparation mastery. Cooking is like love. It should be entered into with abandon or not at all. Harriet Van Horn. Meal preparation, often referred to as meal prep, is a strategy that involves planning and preparing meals ahead of time to support healthier eating habits. I know that when I do this, life feels a little bit more manageable. It just takes a lot of stress and a lot of effort out of my time. There are a lot of benefits to implementing this strategy into your life, with research suggesting that meal prep is an effective way to improve dietary quality, it saves time, and reduces your reliance on unhealthy or convenience foods. A study published in the International Journal of Behavioral Nutrition and Physical Activity found that individuals who engaged in meal prep were more likely to consume fruits and vegetables and less likely to eat fast food compared to those who do not do any meal prep. Research published in the American Journal of Preventative Medicine suggests that meal prep is associated with a higher diet quality and a lower risk of obesity. So the importance of meal prep extends beyond nutrition to time and financial savings. By planning meals in advance, individuals can streamline their grocery shopping, you reduce your food waste, and you save money on dining out or purchasing convenience food. Research is showing that meal prep can lead to greater satisfaction with food choices and your overall well-being. There's also something very satisfying and very loving towards yourself and others when you create a meal. I love this quote by Ellen D. Wolfelt, who said, "Food is symbolic of love when words are inadequate." So many of us, maybe that's unfair, let me speak for myself, but feel free to let me know if you agree, is that we've got this problematic relationship with our bodies and food, and it's often made food our enemy or the friend we run to when we're in emotional distress. So looking at food as a way to convey love that can't be expressed in mere words, like the love we have for our children and our partners and our parents and our friends, that deep, abiding love. To express that sort of love to ourselves through food, that changes the way that we see food and that we interact with it. Of course, implementing meal prep into your life effectively involves creating a weekly menu, making a shopping list, and batch cooking meals streamlines the process that ensures that nutritious options are readily available to you. Investing in quality storage containers can help keep your prepared meals fresh and accessible throughout the week. While prep may require initial time and some effort, the long-term benefits in terms of improved nutrition and time savings and cost effectiveness make it a worthwhile investment in your health and your well-being. Number 6, limit processed foods. Yeah, you probably knew we were coming to this point. This is a tough one for living in an over-processed world. But it is an important step that we can all take to better empower ourselves for improving our health. Limiting the consumption of processed and refined foods is a crucial strategy for promoting overall health and well-being. Research has shown consistently that processed foods contribute to various health issues. None of this is going to be a surprise, is it, folks? Obesity, heart disease, metabolic disorders. A study published in the journal Nutrients found that a high intake of ultra-processed foods was associated with a higher risk of obesity and metabolic syndrome. Dr. Jason Fung says refined carbohydrates are easy to become addicted to and overeat precisely because there are no natural satiety hormones for refined carbs. The reason, of course, is that refined carbohydrates are not natural foods but are highly processed. Their toxicity lies in that processing. Processed foods often contain added sugars, unhealthy fats, excessive salt, artificial additives, which can all have detrimental effects on our health. Study after study suggests that a diet high in processed foods is linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease and mortality, and they're associated with a higher risk of cancer. Opting for whole, natural foods over processed alternatives provides essential nutrients that nourish the body and support overall well-being. Whole foods are rich in vitamins and minerals and antioxidants and fiber, which are vital for maintaining optimal health. So a good strategy to implement here would be read the food labels carefully to identify the processed ingredients. If the ingredients contain words that you can't naturally speak very well, probably best to avoid that chemical shitstorm. When I shop, I try to go around the outside of the supermarket or the store rather than go down the aisles where most of the processed food is likely kept. The fresher foods are generally going to be around the outside of the store, which makes it a bit easier when you're wanting to resist temptation. Choose whole natural foods wherever possible. Cooking meals from scratch allows for greater control over your ingredients as well. It helps you avoid the hidden sugars, the unhealthy fats, the additives that are found in many of those processed foods. And I know, I get it, it's convenient. Sometimes you're in it. I'm not saying never, ever eat again a processed food. That's not realistic. But the more that you can control what you eat by being much more mindful about it and cooking things and choosing whole foods over processed foods, the better that you're going to give your body an opportunity to be as healthy and at its best as possible. And like all the strategies that we've previously mentioned, this is another one that you can gradually reduce your reliance on the processed snacks and foods that you might be having. So limiting the processed foods, opting for the whole natural alternatives such as fresh fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds, that helps transition you to a healthier diet overall, which is essential for supporting weight management, preventing chronic diseases, and promoting overall well-being. By prioritizing the whole food and minimizing your processed options, you really are taking control of your health and making positive dietary choices that nourish your mind and your body. And number 7, enjoyable exercise hydration. Yes, we are back to hydrating again. This is the final tip, and this is for those of you who like to get physical. Or if you live somewhere warm, like I do, where even walking outside for just 5 or 10 minutes feels like you need to hydrate because you feel like you've been working out for about 30 minutes. Prioritizing proper hydration during physical activity is paramount for optimizing performance, endurance, and your recovery. Numerous studies underscore the importance of adequate hydration during exercise. A study published in Sports Medicine emphasizes that even mild dehydration can impair physical performance and cognitive function, highlighting the necessity of maintaining optimal hydration levels during workouts. Hydration plays a vital role in regulating your body temperature, particularly during intense or prolonged exercise sessions. Proper fluid intake helps dissipate heat generated by physical activity and prevents overheating and heat-related illnesses. Staying hydrated supports your muscle function and your repair. It facilitates and faster recovery post-exercise. And adequate hydration enhances muscle protein synthesis and promotes optimal recovery following strenuous exercise. Drink up, in other words, my darling friends. So implementing some strategies for enjoyable exercise hydration involves drinking water before, during, and after workouts to maintain those hydration levels. Monitor your fluid intake. Pay attention to thirst cues, which are essential for adjusting your hydration practices based on your individual needs and the environmental condition. For intense or prolonged exercise sessions lasting longer than 60 minutes, you need to consider maybe some sports drinks which contain electrolyte, which can help replenish the sodium and potassium that you lose through sweat. By prioritizing proper hydration, you can maximize your exercise performance, enhance your recovery, and support your overall well-being, which is what we're all about. During Nutrition and Hydration Week, actually just embrace these strategies anyway. Cultivate these habits that can promote a healthier, more vibrant life. Each mindful choice contributes to an enhanced sense of well-being, making nutrition and hydration powerful allies in our journey towards a healthier and happier self. Your body is worthy of your love, your care, and your support. How about making a pledge to yourself to start implementing one of these 7 strategies today? Treating yourself with the same beautiful kindness you would your best friend or a loved family member. We only get one body. And even if you feel like you've mistreated it up to this point, don't despair. Any changes you make now by showing up in your own life with the choices you make in your food and your hydration will go a long way to repairing the relationship you have with your body and your body's innate healing powers. Before you go, have you got a favorite recipe? I would love it if you would share it on our Instagram page or our Facebook page. Simply tag Reverse Reset Restore. Tell us what makes it so special. Maybe it reminds you of your grandmother, or it's your signature dish you are famous for among your friends. Perhaps it's your go-to cure when you're feeling unwell, or your favorite indulgence. I'll be choosing a few recipes to try out and sharing the results on our YouTube channel, so make sure you tag Reverse Reset Restore for your chance to feed me with your favorite, or even be part of the show if you're keen to send in or upload a video. As always, we finish off with a quote. This is from Joel Salatin, and honestly, I have been thinking about it a lot lately, and as I look at how I can change the way I view food and its place in my life and my body, I encourage you to ponder his words too. If food, your body, and everything in between has been a bit of a battleground for you. This magical, marvelous food on our plate, this sustenance we absorb, has a story to tell. It has a journey. It leaves a footprint. It leaves a legacy. To eat with reckless abandon, without conscience, without knowledge, folks, this ain't normal.